Hey folks, Rob here, carrying on with our mission, The Fortress. So we're going to be entering into the turn 3 for the Germans. And the premise is, again, The Fortress, which is our little friend here. Now, some of you questioning what the yellow suspects are. These are special counters, if you will, because this mission here is augmented with armored support. It's a little additional rule that Jeff Taylor came up with for his mission. He's trying to work out some rules on how you can add vehicles to a normal solitaire company. And what he's come up with is 300 base point values worth of vehicles can be added to any company. Now, to compensate that, the enemy needs some boosting, and that's where the yellows come in. So when they activate, which is on a 4, which is rather high, but that's the number, they're going to come in as basically either a tank or an AT gun. So it's going to be kind of rough. If I roll a 7-0, these are not modified by any parameters like in our mission mission card, which I completely forgot about in the first couple turns. There's a minus or a +2 for every roll on table A1. I have forgot about that. This does not apply to those rolls on the for the yellow suspects, so I'll have to remember that this time around for the rest of the vehicle, rest of the suspect counters. But I am on the board, as you can see. I'm just ready to enter this location. So far, we've only had a couple of activations. There was a squad here, and we have 2 squads here, but they're all broken. Now I have to worry about what these guys are going to start doing. And if you remember from my previous video, this is my objective, which I have to secure. I have 13 turns. And my plan is to basically avoid using this as much as possible and just let them sit. Now, unfortunately, I was also able to activate a Russian heavy weapon there because of a flame that appeared in their location, which wasn't the greatest. Just let me put in the passer quickly. All right, so so we had a 50 cal and a squad that were in this fortified building location, but then a flame spread into that location uphill. So this part of town may end up burning up with the EC conditions being dry that they are. It's going to be quite easy for the flames to start spreading and burning out that side of town. So I really have to get my act in gear and start moving. This guy here has luckily not turned into flame, but it's sitting on a wood rubble pile, so it's going to be quickly. So at any rate, let's get going. Wind change die roll. Survey says anytime you want to make an appearance. There we go, 5. Now we do have REs in play, and for me that is an RE, which is great. So we have a friendly RE, which is a 5-2-3. For that, we look at our table, and we do have a modifier for that as well. Here's going to be a -1 to the colored die, so that's actually going to be a 14 on table A9 or G9 and A11. So must remember that as well. So we have a 13, which gets us motorized infantry reinforcements. So this is just perfect. I now get more infantry, RE 34-36. So I'm going to be able to save my my own infantry in my company. I can use these guys for losses. Now the only VPO victory condition is taking the building. So if I lose every one of these, campaign-wise, my company is still going to be fine. So. All right, so we need a die roll for type. That's a 4. That's going to be really great. It's probably going to be SS or something. Squad type -1, so it's going to be a 3. Gives us a 4-6-8. Wow. All right. And A6B. 3 times 4 is 12. 12 divided by 4 is 1. So we're going to get 180, and we're going to upgrade him to an 81. We only have 4 in terms of squad equivalent, which means LMG-wise, we're not even going to get 1. We need 6. So no LMG, no support weapons. All I get is 3 squads and a leader. So let me divvy them up. And they're ready to come on board. Now we can do wind change, which was a 5. And Yeah, no wind change. All right. Rallies. I got one self rally there. This guy just got here. So let's do this guy here. Nope. This DM can come off. And we have no leader here. So this guy has to wait. And the Russians cannot. So we're going to go to prep. Do I need to shoot anything? Now I do have till 13 turns. Then we roll for game end possibly, so. I'm not going to fire my tanks on this broken guy. I'm just going to move in, failure to rout him. I do want to sneak in this way and come in like this so that I can maybe avoid activating these 4 at least from ruining my day. I may end up having to do that coming this way, but for now I'd like to avoid that. Yeah, I don't have any shot. This guy probably should have activated. Yeah, this guy would have activated. Let's activate him quickly. Okay, I rolled a 5. Never mind. My AC is 3. There is a -1 for having somebody within 2 hexes. This guy here. And not the VPO, though, because it's stone. So, unfortunately, this guy's going to be a dummy. 6. All right. 6 dummies. We have 4 active. And, all right. Let's go to move. Let's start with a command die roll from this 8-0. All right, using command. And that half squad behind is going to be the first guy to move. We're going to go 1.5, 2. That'll DM this guy. That would be 3.5. Bypassing the woods, which means this guy would be able to snap shoot the guy, so he'll activate. And of course that's activation. This up 2 is going to be a 6. And a 6 is going to be a squad. A squad. So we're going to have a Russian squad, which looks like a 5, which is probably going to be a 628. Won't lie, that's going to suck. 628. Wait, year is 41, so +2 is a 7, is a 447, which is probably worse, actually. All right, so snap shoot, a 2 down 2, 5 on the 2s, an NMC, and he is pinned in this hex. So one way to enter that hex, and I guess that would be 2 residual in that location. Now, what I should have probably done is I should have assault moved those guys in because now they don't have a place to go. You are going to have to command die roll, which you do. Start up for 1, pivot for 2. They're going to move his armored assault for 3. This guy will flip for 4, 5. That's final. 2 flat. No effect, you're done. And we're going to come 1 more. Yeah, so you're going to activate as well. 2 is active. This up 2 is a 4. Wow. 4 is squad leader, fortification, support weapon. So we have squad leader, support weapon, and fortifications of 5. Squad is, Jesus frick, man. That's going to be a +1, or +2 is a 458 again. And a 3 for a leader with a -1 because of the elite squad is going to be a 2, which is a 10-2. Wow. That's going to ruin my day. 458, firing like that with a 10-2. And to spice things up, they're going to have a 5 for weapon, which is an LMG. So they're going to fire 6 firepower, -2. Again, I you know, are you seeing this? Are we seeing this? All starting with a 2 AC. Snake Eyes, Snake Eyes. 3, 5, 5, Snake Eyes. Well, you guys here, Command Diral. And let's start up for 1, pivot for 2, go here for 3, tango pivot for 4, 5, 2 for the infantry. This guy here, 1, 2, 3, 4. This will be a +1 with the hedge, and the orchard will be a 2. So you're fine. Let's come this way. Oh, I forgot residual because we need that. And we'll stop there. That's 1.5. Need another command die roll. The 9-2. Alright, this tank's gone, so let's put him over there. And this guy will start walking. Now, I do have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It's going to be a long-range activation shot here. Well, so we just generated 458 with a 50 cal on a second level. And a leader. We have an 8 down 1. +1 is going to be, and that's why he's not a 10-2. He would have been a +1 because of the year. He would have been actually, yeah, +1 and a -1 cancel, so it would have been a 3. That would have been 9-2, which is the same thing, I guess, but. Anyways, back to that. So we're going to have a +1, -1 situation, and 8 is a 7-0. And it's probably a modifier to that too in the book. Yeah, it was a -1. So we're actually going to have a chance of having a commissar because it's going to be an 8-0. Which is not. All right, so we're going to have an 8-0. And let's blast them with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it's going to be on the 6 table, wrong, 8's table, -2. Well, that is good news. So that's a miss. Now I'm going to come this way because I don't want to get shot up again. Actually, I lost rate. So let me think about that. I lost rate. That's 1. This could be 2. Bypass 3. 4, 5 into this building. Yeah, let's do that. So it's 1, 2, bypass 3 on the wood side, this side here. And 4, 5 into here gives me a +2, which means these 3 can all activate now. All right, let's start with you. Now these yellows activate on 4s. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3 in a row. 1, 2, 3. So all 3 activate. What do we get on our little chart? Again, no modifiers. We're going to go 1, 2, 3. So we have 2 7s. Okay. You two guys are dummies. Okay, I'll take it. And you are an 11, which is a gun. For the Russians is 11. And that makes it a 42 out, inside is a 37 long AT. Oops, I did it backwards. Increase. Eight. All right, so 37 long, eh? Little door knocker. So let's fire on the 8s down 2, 6 or less to hit. And he Freddy that. This guy's going to go 1.5. Have to stop there. You guys here. Oh, and that would be a miss. So no residual fire from the gun. This guy's too far away. Nothing else can see. I think we're clear to advance. So let's go 1, bypass 2, 3, 4. I could move everybody in, and they could not activate. 1, bypass 2 on this side here. That would DM this guy. And that will let you come into here. You're going to go 1, bypass 2. No. 1, 2, 3, 4. Up for 5, 6, 7. You couldn't do it. I'm trying to force this guy to failure to route so you don't have to chase him down, but it's just going to take an extra turn to kill him off that way. One, bypass 2, 3, 4. Activate, activate. 1, 2, 3, 4. You would not. Can't see anyways. You can't see. Too far away to fire the squad. Nothing else can see here. Yeah, let's do that. So you're going to go 1, bypass 2, 3, 4. This guy here, activate. He's on a 4. He activates as an 8, which is an AT gun. We have a 5. 5 gets us a 45 long. Right down the road, which is not really what we want. And let's fire on troops in the woods. So it's going to be an 8 or less to hit. That is a Freddy and no rate yet again. I forgot acquisition. Now I probably could have held his fire because the armor that's on the play probably would have made more sense, but I did not. All right, so you're done. You're done. This guy was here when he rolled for his leadership, so you're good as well. It didn't hit, so there's no residual yet. This guy here, activation. He's on a 3, activated. This up 2 is an 8, which is going to be a half squad, so it's Russian full squad. And we have a 10. That's going to bump it up into 426 territory. Yeah, 426. And we'll do a 4 flat. No effect. And 2 residual. I could do a second shot, but I think I'm going to wait. I could do a 2 flat shot, but like I said, I think I'm going to wait for that. What do we got back here? Another mortar crew. Oh, you panicked, so you're not going anywhere. You are going to go... Can I take a 2 flat shot? I so want to move another squad into here, but I'm afraid of 2 residual firepower. And you would have a second shot, which I probably would take. It would be a 2 flat. Let's do a 2 flat. Screw it. 2 flat. Alright, so 7 is nothing. You can sit down there. Let's fire again. Alright, this time it's going to be a hit. Last shot. What did he hit last time? I rolled an 11 to hit, so yeah, this is intensifier. Probably would not have done that. At any rate, that is a hit, and an 8 on the 4 table is going to be a miss. So all that is great. Got a flamethrower. That would come in handy. So that would be a 2 down 1 shot because of the flamethrower. One bypass 2, 3, 4. Let's do that. 3, 4, 2 down 1 on the flamethrower, 2 flat on the leader. So it's going to be a 5 on the 2 is an NMC for the hero. He's heroic, and he is a 9-1, a 9-2. So that would be a what is a 5 on the 2? I think that's an NMC. So he is, well, he's not pinned, so he's fine. And a 5 or a 4 on the 2 is a 1 check. And broke. No. He's not pinned, so he can use his modifier, which means this guy's going to be just fine. Because he's heroic, he's not pinned, and therefore he can use his modifier, which is now -2 on that 838, which saves his bacon. Great. This guy's going to final as well. And let's do a 2 up 1. No, a 2 flat and a 2 down 1. So 6 on the 2 is a pinning for the flamethrower. No joy. Alright, so that's all fine and well. Let's do this guy here. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't want to move my tank in the road just in case this doesn't work. 37 long. What can pen a 37 long? Is a 9. Frontal armor for me is a... Is that a 6 or an 8? I can't see. 6. 2 hex range would be a +1. Would bring it up to a 10. 4 less to penetrate. Well, I'm going to have to start getting into position anyways, because I'm going to need them to start throwing smoke around to cover my advance. Command die roll. Start for 1. Let's come here for 2, 3, 4. What the hell? This guy here, command die roll for the tank. AAV is a +1, so you're going to be panicked. and the 9-2 leader is in command. All right, so you guys are going to go 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can I see that? So he's at a level 2. This is a level 1. So we have a blind hex and a blind hex because of the... No, we have a blind hex because it's only 4 hexes away. So all these are not blind hexes, which means this is open ground. Nine hexes away, so that would be a long-range activation shot. Bypass 1, 2, 3, 6 would put me right here. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, I'm not running down the road. 1, 2, 3. That would be 6. I'm going to have to move as a stack to get into this rubble. Then I can advance. I should have popped smoke in the sky. I didn't think about that. I should have moved into that hex, pop smoke, and then I could move. Not too late, I could still do it with this guy here. Drive into here, pop smoke, keep moving. That would cover the advance of these guys so they can take occupation of this location. I want to get into the woods, but... how to do that effectively? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Advance. Startup 1, 2, pivot 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, turn 8, 9, 10. Or no, I could go 14, stay in motion and popping smoke. And then I can move the infantry. 1, 2, long range activation shot. 3, 4, 5 for the smoke. 6, 7 with the CX. I could be in this location. I would be CX and adjacent, so I'd have to spend a turn catching my breath. Or I could just stay here using non-CX, firing out of the smoke. Yeah, let's do that. Alright, so we're going to start for 1. Might be a moot point. It is a moot point. Never mind. Great in theory. We're just going to go bypass 1. Long-range activation shot. 2, 3. Actually, that doesn't exist, so this is going to be 5. And I'm going to have to stop. No, I can late CX and come here anyways for 7. Because the hedge doesn't exist because of the rubble hex. Now, do I want to FPF a conscript squad? I don't think I do. This guy would not activate because that'd be a +2. Alright. This guy's in command. Really don't know what to do with these ATRs. This guy's now DM'd. I guess I can force failure to road. So let's go CX. We're going to go 1. Long range activation. 2, 3, 4. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Scouting with no 1, 2, 5. Let's go 1, 2. Long range. 2, and they'll be late CX into there. This guy will be gone failure to route. And you will do what? One, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you're going to be too far away to activate as well. And long range. No. All right, so that's it for that. And now we can bring these guys on. Command die roll for the 9-1 or A1. And command radius will be fine. Let's point the trucks the other way. And we'll start. So this will be 1, 2, 2.5, turn 3.5, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7.5. Stop here for 8.5. We're going to unload for another 7. Would be 14. That gives me enough to start up if I want. No. 1, 2, 2.5, pivot 3.5, 4, 5, pivot 6, 7. This would be 7.5. This would be 10.5. 11. If I stop there, for 12, 7 to unload, that would be 19. I would still have 1 move left over for those guys. All right, and then this truck here is going to end up here, and we're just going to unload in spot. And that's it for the move. Defending fire, do we have any? First. Nothing yet, and now we can do advancing fire, spread some flame, blaze for those 2 wheat fields, top and bottom. 1, 2, no, M5 and 6. Not attached, but it is dry, and grain burns on, I think, a 9. 10. So I would need an 11 for it to burn. So no, and then N4. All right, no, and then here we have the orchard. D3, that would catch. And C4. All right, now blazes. So does this turn into a flame? That would be yes. Blaze there. That would be yep. And the fortified building? No. All right, spread to F8. Uphill, a separate building, no. Stone building C6. Separated and EC, no. D7. C8. Woods B7. Yes. And B6. Yeah. Which means activation for that guy, and that's going to be no. So we have 8, 10. We have 8, 10. Nice. That's advancing fire. Do I have any shooting now? So over here, get acquisition. This infantry is going to fire on the 6 up 3. No effect. Tank. Would be nice if I had Ray, but no. Uh, 4, 8, 10 have to be 5, so it's going to be on the 4 table. No modifier. No effect. You guys are going to do a flamethrower 12 flat. Out of fuel with an NMC. Yeah, 10 on the 12 is a pinning task check. Fine, and then we're going to do 4 assault fire plus 4 is going to be on the 8 table. Actually, that would be 5. 5 and 11 half would be 5.5. Yeah, so it's going to be on the 8 table. Plus, wait, no. This would be 5 assault fire. Plus 5.5. Would be 10.5. 1 would be 11.5. I'm still going to be short. So it's going to be on the 8 table with a no modifier. No effect. 4 up 2. And this guy here is going to fire. That'll be 6 on the 8 table flat. Come on, man. Give me a shot. This tank. All right, and that is that. I was really hoping to get more hits. I'm not gonna lie. I could fire 4 up 2 here. Let's do that. No shit, Sherlock. All right, so that's gonna be it for that road phase. and the attacker first. Now, there are no broken Germans, which is a miracle. Russians, no quarter is not in effect, so it means you have to surrender because you're disrupted. So I'm going to reject surrender. Do I want to do that? Probably not. Let's take PW. And that's a full-size squad, so we'll give them to you. This guy's going to run upstairs. This guy's gone, failure to route. I guess he'd be surrendering. So we'll do the same thing. We'll break him. We'll surrender him to the crew here. And we go advanced phase. All right, so 1-to-1 odds. I was hoping to get something on this guy, but we're going to have to risk it. You're going to shoot. Everybody there's going to shoot. Advanced phase, we're going to switch weapons. And this guy is going to move. I think I can do that. How did I move this guy? This guy should have been CX, right? All right, that's it for that. And let's quickly fit in a Russian turn. We do have one close combat, though, here. Normal ambush chances, so German and Russian. No ambush, 1-to-1 fives all around. German, Russian. Well, rip. And they lost the LMG, too. God damn it. Well, all right. Not impressed, got to be honest. Right phase, wind change. We have an 8, no RE, no wind, and we can take off some pins. And let's do Russian rallies. Now we do have a broken Russian here. I think he's the only guy. So rally him. No. DM stays on. Germans can't rally. Let's go to prep. And we'll start with this guy here, I think. Oh, he panicked. Oh, clutch. You here. That's a move command, so we're going to move him. Let's do this guy here. Barring anything is going to move. Now that's a fire command, but I'm going to move him instead. This gun here. That's a fire command. You don't have any tank you can see, so you're just going to continue blasting this guy with a 6 or less to hit. That hits, only shot. And then on the 4, we have a 7 as a pinning. So 1, 2, 3. 2 snipers. 1, 2. Sniper goes 2 for 6. One, two, three, four, five, 6. It's gonna land on you. All right, so you're DM'd. Unfortunate, but better than losing something else. All right, and that is it for that. This guy here, we do have a tank now, so we're going to switch fire to that, assuming he can act, which he can. We're going to have a +1 for the vehicle in front. I believe that would count. Maybe not. Small target either way. So it's going to be a hull hit. Even if I said special ammo, he never would have hit, so it's no harm. And to kill, that probably is not going to be enough. A 45 long is a 10. Frontal armor is 6, bringing it down to a 4. We are 3 hexes away, so there's no modification. And so no hit. And he did not get rate, so we're good there. This guy here, no panic, we're going to fire next door, 8 up 1. NMC for these guys, so we have our leader. 1, 2, 3. Alright, so he passes, this guy passes and passes, everybody's fine. And then we go to move. What did we do? This guy here did a 5. 5 is assault movement location with TEM greater than the current location with any positive targets therefrom. So we're going to move this way. We're going to dash over to here. But that would put me here. Yeah, that's fine. We're going to dash through N6 into here. This guy needs a command die roll, which he barely makes, but he does. Leaders get a -1. I'm going to attempt to snap him there. So it's going to be on the 8 table with a -4. I can't not take that shot. So it's going to be a 3 on the 8, so K2. Leader, squad. To check, leader, squad. Just broken. And I don't have rate, so I'm done with you guys. And now this guy was 6. You're even command as well, so you guys have the same move command. I'm going to move you to H7. And you have 4 move to do it because of the heavy. So 1, 2, 3. Actually, you have 5 move. I could move you to here, actually. Yeah, let's do that. Let's come to here with 5 move. All right, and that's it for that. And then we can go to defending fire. All right, so you can blast them. Acquired, buttoned up, cancel. 2x range building is in that +1, 7 less to hit. That's a hit on the 12. We have a 5, should be a 2 check. And that's a break. I am not going to fire the 9-1. You guys here, I need this heroic guy to make his command. Actually, I can use this guy here. Let's do a 6+2 on the gun crew. That's going to be a miss. And here we're going to have 8, 16, 20 firepower. 24 with that and the hero. So 24 flat. 4 on the 24 has got to be a KIA. 1 KIA. Yep. All right. So that's good enough. This guy is gone. Now, I don't think I can hurt the gun. Okay, well, I guess I do. Roll a 4. Yeah, so it's going to be a... I rolled a 4 on the 24, still a KIA, so I did destroy the gun too. Alrighty. And that means I can then focus fire these guys uphill, which is going to be 14, 16 table with a +1. 6 on the 16. 2 check. That'll be an ELR. So these guys are disrupted. Nothing else to shoot. I don't want to stir any other hornet's nest. Advancing fire. Let's spread some flame. And we'll start back here. We got 5 grain orchards in a clockwise direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 1 here. This guy here, we have 2 choices, the brush first and the orchard. Now, is that grain turned to blaze? Yes, it does. This guy here, we have 4 choices, orchard first, C9, yes, D9, and D10. Yes. All right, D8 from this guy. D7. That would be yes. AC on that. Nope. Do these 2 come alive? 1, 2, yes. C9, no. Spread to F9, G8, G7, yep, and F9. -2 for not attached. Stone is a base 9. Dry is another +1. Net -1 would be a 9. And stone, I believe, burns on a 9. Yeah, 9. And that is it for this guy here. So we have 3 to choose from. Orchard. That would be a 9, so no. Kindle's 11, yeah. N5, M7, and L6, negative. That's it for that. Row phase. I guess you're stuck where you are. This guy is going to go 2, 4. Actually, we're going to leave this building. We're going to come here. This would have been a +1 because of the orchard. This may not have been that bad. Well, I rolled poorly anyways, but may not have been that bad. This guy's gone for failure to route. No, I'm taking prisoners, so I'm going to surrender. Give him to the half guy. And this guy will surrender as well. Let's break you into halves. And that is it for that advance phase. You guys are fine up there. Everything else is broken or gone. So that's it for that. No close combat. And we're into the German turn forward. That's going to be it for me. Thank you guys very much for watching part 2 of Season 1, Episode 1 of The Fortress. As I'm playing through The Fortress Solitaire with the Armored Support option, courtesy of Jeff Taylor. So let me know what you guys think. I think the battle is going pretty good for the Germans. Right now, I do have 1 victory point more than the Allies in terms of losses. I did lose my flamethrower, which really sucks. Didn't really get a chance to use much, but at least I've eliminated a couple of guns and or a crew or two. So looking pretty good for the Germans. The way in the center is almost open, and I've got a lot of fire coming this way, which is activating more units than I expected. And I was really hoping not to activate these guys, but I think I might be able to hold them off if I can get some units into these buildings to help suppress this. This 50 cal is going to hurt, as is this this one up here. So I'm going to have to get something into this location. But that's me. All right, guys, we'll see you next video. Bye-bye.